Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslach talking to you about Reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3, and in this particular video, I really want to talk about what are the best ways to make money on the side. How can you actually make some money on the side? What are good ways to make money on the side? All these kind of things are kind of related, and I want to talk to you about my experience with cleaning up dog poo last night and why I actually got into thinking about this particular question. So I'm a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and this is one of the things that lots of people want to hear about. What are the best ways to make money on the side? How can I actually earn more income? How can I create my own business and things like that? And this got me thinking. So actually last night, so we came home, fortunately, my little guy, my 8-year-old, and my 5-year-old, both of them were out doing testing for their karate to get a new belt, and hopefully they passed. We don't know at this moment, but anyways, they were testing to get a new belt, and we had to stay a little bit longer beyond what we normally would from letting our doggies out. We got two big doggies, and when we got home, unfortunately, the poor guys, it was probably about 7 o'clock at night, and the poor guys had made a mess on the floor. They had to go poo. And it stunk up the whole house. And neither my wife or me wanted to clean this up. So first of all, we let out the doggies, of course, and let them go and do their business. But we didn't want to clean that up. And it was a really messy, kind of gross thing. And I would have paid somebody probably $50 at that moment to go clean it up for us, but there's nobody around. So it got me thinking, why is it that there is these sort of vital jobs in the world? So there's lots of jobs that are like this that are extremely vital to our society that don't get paid a lot, right? So if you are working in a hospital, for example, there's lots of people that have to clean up the hospital. If somebody makes a mess, when people are sick, they make messes. That they are somebody that's, I don't know, somebody that's cleaning up garbage outside, somebody that is picking up a park or cleaning up a park. There's lots of roles like this that they actually don't pay that well, and yet they're extremely vital to our society, right? So we think of them as maybe sort of low status positions or something along those lines, but that is not the case. They're very, very vital to what we have to do and what we have to say. So I wanted to think, why is that the case, that there are these particular jobs that they're extremely vital and yet they don't get paid that much? So I want to explain why that is the case to you, and sort of think about the logic of actually how you can actually make more money on the side. And this is going to be very, very helpful for you to make more money on the side, and to sort of think about other ways to make money on the side. So the first reason why somebody is going to make more money than others is, first of all, it's got to be very vital, right? So cleaning up dog poo that stinks up your house, it's a mess, or cleaning up outside is very vital. So first of all, you just have to think of something that's vital and valuable to somebody else, right? That is really important. But I think the sort of other component that a lot of people don't think about is how many people does it actually serve? So that's the first thing that I think is important, is to think about how many people are you actually serving? How many people are actually, and serving meaning, who's actually looking for your guidance? Who is looking for a decision that's coming from you before they actually do something? So a CEO of a hospital, for example, lots of people look to their guidance, right? So the whole structure is set up that the CEO provides some sort of general direction, and that gives guidance to a lot of people in terms of moving forward with what they have to do, right? So they have a lot of guidance, which means even if they're not doing a CEO's role, yeah, it's okay, it's vital, but they're not doing a lot of things that I would consider are fundamentally vital to our society, right? So for example, they're not cleaning up the messes that are in the hospital beds. Well, a good CEO would every once in a while, just to sort of learn what's going on, but a lot of them don't, right? So why is that the case that they're getting paid so much? Is because lots of people are actually relying on what they have to say, and when they make a certain decision, it sort of trickles down within the company. But the person that's cleaning up the mess nobody else is sort of relying on what they have to say and do nearly as much as the CEO that's sort of higher in the organization. So the first one is thinking about how many people that you can actually serve, right? So the whole population of people that you can serve. If you can serve 10 people, or in our house, if somebody came into our house, would be serving one individual for one really kind of occasional time, right? It really doesn't happen. This is the first time in about a year that this has happened in our house. So it's not serving enough people to actually make a viable business at it. And it's going to be really hard to make a viable business at that. Then the other thing is to think about how many people are actually reporting to you or listening. Again, it's thinking about how many people are actually that you're serving, but in the sense is how many people are actually reporting, giving information to you in one way or the other, right? So actually being sort of a central hub in a business or a marketplace or something like that, right? How many people are actually reporting and coming directly to that particular whatever it is that you're doing? And if there's a lot of people that are actually reporting to you, then that's okay. Sorry about that. What had happened is the sound cut out for some unknown reason. I don't know why. So anyways, if there's many people that are reporting to you or a particular individual, then that's also a sign that you're serving a lot of people, right? So the CEO has a lot of people that are reporting to them. They're looking for information that's flowing to that particular individual. That's usually a sign that they're very critical to the organization or to the marketplace in some sort of way. So that is really important. So from these two principles, what can you actually take away in terms of making money on the side, or how actually you can make easy ways to make money on the side? First of all, it's not going to be easy in any sort of way. If it's easy, somebody is going to do it, right? So if I enjoyed cleaning up dog poo, which I'm sure there's people out there that do, I don't know why, there's weird people out there, right? So if I enjoyed cleaning up dog poo, then I would have cleaned it up, no problem, right? I've been like, all right, awesome stuff, right? But I didn't enjoy it, and somebody else, likely the vast majority of the people, are not going to enjoy that particular thing. So there has to be a demand, and that's how you actually create demand, is it's got to be a task that nobody actually really likes to do. And if you do it, then that sort of fills that void or fills that gap that nobody else is willing to do. It's not going to be easy by any sort of means, right? So if you're doing a blog, for example, it's not going to be easy in any sort of way. So the other thing is to focus on roles that you can build a very scalable, valuable audience, right? So you can create sort of a central location where people are actually thinking and listening to what you're suggesting, or that they have to rely on you for a particular decision or something like that. And that creates sort of value. And you can think about, even in a job, that's going to create you a tremendous amount of value. If you're working in the job and you can create a position such that you're kind of the linchpin or central person within the organization, that's going to make you very, very valuable. In the marketplace, it's the same sort of thing. If you create a blog, for example, that creates a lot of value. So it doesn't make any sense to have a business that's about cleaning an individual's occasional dog poo in their house. Rather, it makes a heck of a lot more sense to create a blog that tells people how to actually clean that up, so it's not going to stink, or cleaning up. And then you start building articles about how do you clean up, cat pee, how do you clean up kid barf, all these kind of things that, you maybe make a nasty messes website or something like that. That's valuable. And there's people, I guarantee, because there's 7 billion people in the world, that at any point in time, there is probably about 100,000 people. In any given day, there's probably about 100,000 people in the world that are dealing with that particular issue, or issues that are related to that, and they're looking for, how do I actually solve this problem? And then they go online and find your particular services. You can also create a business that is not just focused on cleaning up dog poo, but you focus on maybe cleaning up, something that's much more scalable, much more bigger, right? So you you create a cleaning business you clean up sort of other businesses, right? So you create a cleaning crew that goes out and cleans up a bunch of businesses that are in your local area, or something along those lines. That is very scalable. You can get many more jobs that way, and that's how you actually build a viable business. Is you have to think about those two things, right? So you want to make sure that you're very, very scalable in some sort of way, and that people are actually relying on the valuable knowledge or making decisions or relying on decisions that you have. That's going to be very, very important to make money on the side. and to sort of build a business in which you can actually earn money for your side hustle, right? So it doesn't matter. So first of all, it doesn't matter what you're doing to make money on the side, the ways to make money on the side. It doesn't matter the sort of particular topic that you are choosing, as long as you choose a topic and you keep working at it. It's going to be a lot of work, and nobody's going to want to do it. That's what work is, and that's how you build a business. It's not fun. I mean, some things are really fun. This is really fun that I get to talk to you and stuff like that, but it's still a lot of work. I'm still dedicating a tremendous amount of time and effort to doing this, and it makes absolutely, at this moment, makes absolutely no money, right? So I could be doing many other things, like hanging out with my kids, going over breakfast, going out for dinner, and all that kind of stuff that people would consider fun compared to this particular alternative, right? So you have to think about the things that are going to create value for somebody else, something that is very, very valuable, whether it's cleaning up dog poo, whether it's sort of answering questions about dog poo, whatever it is, that you, as long as you keep doing that and you build an audience that's very valuable and large, that are listening to what you're saying, that's going to build a viable business, and that's going to be the best way to actually make money on the side, is to get out there and just hustle and solve people's problems somehow. So turn that dog poo, right? Turn the situation where people have issues with dog poo, to turn that actually into making money. You have to think about whether it's going to provide some sort of value, and a lot of things that are negative and awful and gross, those are very, very valuable if you can sort of solve that particular problem, and then just make it scalable as much as you possibly can. So hopefully you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you do, and as well as do subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. All right. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.